Welcome back. In this video, we will continue to look at common challenges to leading a Bible study. We are using the words that Paul wrote in Colossians 4 as guidance. Let your conversation be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone. We looked at conversation full of grace as meaning gracious speech that reflects God's kindness to us. Seasoned with salt means inviting, making someone want more. And that you may know how to answer everyone doesn't mean you must know all the answers, but it does mean thinking ahead how you will respond to what others might say in specific situations. Once again, we do all of this by faith. So now we're going to look at 4 more common challenges that both experienced and new leaders face, and gracious, loving ways to respond to those challenges. Keep on learning how to lead graciously as a community builder. And trust in Jesus to help you do this, because you cannot do this well without Him. We covered 5 common challenges to leading a Bible study in the first video. We'll cover 4 more common challenges in this video. Here's what you will learn in Part 2. How to graciously respond to 4 more common challenges to leading a Bible study. 6. Nervousness in front of people. 7. Group members not doing their lessons. 8. The temptation to fix each other's problems. And 9. When group members drop out. Are you ready? Challenge number 6. Getting nervous speaking in front of people. If you get really nervous about leading a study, regardless of how much time you have put in to study the lesson and prepare your plan, here are my suggestions. Practice speaking through your plan. I do that still after all these years. Practice asking questions and asking someone to read the Bible verses. Practice explaining how you will do the application questions if you choose to do any in smaller groups. Put reminder notes in strategic places in the lesson where your memory needs some help. I do this too. Practice how you'll respond to potential rabbit trails or challenging questions. Do this with a smile. Remember to not act shocked. Practice helps. Saying things out loud helps us to remember it better and to work out any awkward phrasing. Anything worth doing well is worth practicing. Challenge number 7. Some aren't doing their lessons ahead of time. You can't control this. Expect some to not have their lessons finished. And don't let it annoy you. Encourage them to come to the study anyway and learn as you read the Bible passages and discuss them together. Perhaps that will generate a desire to carve out time to do the lesson at home. But realize that some people are so busy with work and school and family that they have little time to do another thing for themselves. It could be just the season of life. They want to be part of your group. They just can't always get it done. And if this is the majority of your group, choose a shorter Bible study that can be done in one sitting. Make it easier for them to be successful. Now keep encouraging them to feed themselves from God's Word, even if they only do the first page of the lesson. Tell them to just do something. Challenge number 8. The temptation to fix each other's problems. When people in your group start opening up about the issues they have and challenges they face, it is so tempting to group members to want to jump in and fix it for them. Don't let this happen. That is not good for community building, and it is not their job to fix each other. That belongs to Jesus. Tell them up front, we are not going to try to fix each other's issues. We will be good listeners. As the leader, point everyone to depend on Jesus to show them a way out of any of their challenges. If you have table talk time with smaller groups, say to them, when you share your own lives and how Jesus has helped you, the others in your group will hear that. If they want to ask you questions about it, get together with them later. You will have to keep reminding them and yourself not to jump in and fix it. Challenge number 9, when group members drop out. Don't take it personally. You may be tempted to take it personally when people drop out of your group, whether they tell you they're dropping or they just stop coming. You might start wondering what you did wrong. Insecurity creeps in, which can certainly affect your confidence. Some people just sign up for a Bible study group with good intentions of doing the lessons and attending weekly, but life gets in the way. Give that to Jesus. It's okay to try to find out the reasons why they drop out without being defensive or suspicious. More than likely, it's not your leadership, but that person's season of life, or their schedule has changed, preventing them from continuing. Be proactive about connecting with newcomers especially. I find that if I connect with someone who kind of stays on the fringe or the outside of the group, there's a higher likelihood that they will continue to try out the group. Then we have a better chance to connect her with the other group members. You can always ask a trusted friend to let you know if your leadership style might be pushing someone away. Like I have mentioned several times, be humble and gracious in your role as content guardian. If there is anything you can change to keep her coming, do that. Otherwise, just let it go. Here's a good resource for you, The 5 C's of Small Group Leadership. In this handbook are many more suggestions for managing the discussion, connecting with different kinds of people, dealing with crises that happen to members of your group, and much more. The 5 C's of Small Group Leadership will answer many of your questions about leading a small group. You can get it from my website or from Amazon. The links are on the worksheet for this section. Here's what you learned in Part 2. How to graciously respond to 4 more common challenges to leading a Bible study. 6. Nervousness in front of people. Practice speaking through your plan. 7 was group members not doing their lessons. Encourage them to feed themselves from God's Word, even if they only do the first page of the lesson. 8 was the temptation to fix each other's problems. Don't let this happen. It is not the group's job to fix each other. That belongs to Jesus. And then 9 was when group members drop out. Don't take this personally. Change what you can to help them keep coming. Ask Jesus to help you respond graciously to these challenges. Depend on Him to show you what to do. He is faithful to do that. Now you get to put into practice what you learned. Go back to that Common Challenges worksheet and finish filling in your responses for numbers 6 through 9. Go to my website to check out the 5 C's of Small Group Leadership for more ideas on leading a small group. When you're finished, come back here to look at the last video. See you then.